Everybody, Coaching for the Soul, Fishes at 3 has begun. If you're here in person, say hello. If you're watching this on my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my channel, and please like the videos, and please leave a comment, even an emoji, because good old YouTube will use the algorithms to send Coaching for the Soul around the planet, because they need more Coaching for the Soul. And check out billhobart.com for reading specials going on now, which is pretty cool. Yeah, everybody. Hi, Allison. Hey, Kim. Hey, Alex. Yeah. Hi, Kathy. Yeah, I'm a couple minutes late. It's been a busy day. But it's a beautiful day in Detroit today. It is 75 degrees and partly cloudy. So it's very, very nice out. We've had a very blessed summer this year. Or I should say, May into June. Yeah. Hi, Haley. How's it going? But there's a lot to talk about. A lot of, today is the new moon. So, hi, Nancy. And so, yeah, it's all good. It's all good, all good. Kimberly, I am fine. I'm very, very good. I had a reading with one of my friends I've known since 2015. I met her at a psychic fair in Chicago, in Skokie, back in the day, 2015. And, yeah, she's an astrologer, but she doesn't do it professionally or anything. But yeah, she told about a bunch of stuff about herself and her kids and stuff like that, because they're all grown. And she texted me, and we were talking about, because she pulled my chart up, she pulled my chart up without me knowing it. And so we got doing what I was talking about with her. And she goes, so, hi, Karen, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh, really? That's kind of cool. And then she, I forgot to tell you. And then she texted me a bunch of stuff. So I'm looking forward to looking forward to June and July and some of August, as everyone should also. Hey, Pat. Yep. So it's going to be a great summer. Okay. I want everybody to really, really get into it, and we're going to talk about that. How important it is for us to basically keep our head on straight and not worry or think about anything as little as possible, okay? And that's simply because all of the planets are aligning, all right? Like I talked about last week, talk about it again today, that this past week, 7 planets lined up in a row like they do every year, okay? And that is everything that has to do with us, all right? The transformation is 80% already. Now, I did have a reading with a woman this morning that she's never had one before, and it was pretty freaking amazing because she was a Virgo, and she had no idea, had never had a reading, nothing, right? And yeah, so it was kind of cool. She's like, well, yeah, I go through the woods and I do this and I do that. I'm like, really? She goes, yeah, it helps me to release my energy and things. I'm like, well, who are you? So we had a really good conversation. Yeah, but she's on that road to transformation. And, everything. She's transforming everything in her life, which is what we're all doing, all right? And that's what we're supposed to do. People that I know either have gone away or they've embraced who they are. Most have not embraced who they are. So we talked about that last week, I believe, or the week before. But that's what the transformation is all about, right? As we go into June, July, and August, until September 2nd, when frickin' Pluto goes back into Capricorn, we'll talk about that too. But for the summer, it is absolutely going to be fantastic. Get out of your frickin' head. As Kimberly said, trust the process, because if you don't trust it, you have to make sure that you surrender, right? And you got to make sure that you're doing your meditations. Because if you're not doing guided meditations and releasing that energy from your body by talking out loud, okay, there's going to be some aspects where you're going to go, WTF. I'm telling you, you're going to be like, WTF, this is wild, I can't believe this. And it's going to happen. You're going to come online, Spirit says. You're all going to come online. And higher than you thought, with no responsibility, right? Okay? So it isn't the fact that you guys have to do anything. It's absolutely blissful, Spirit says. Okay? It's a time of plenty. It's a time of good energy. It's a time of fun. It's a time of new discoveries. It's a time for everything that's positive. 2023 sucked for almost everybody. Okay? That energy's dissipated. It's gone after March. Okay? Maybe a little bit of April. Now we built up into, got rid of the Mercury retrograde, right? Going into June with nothing but plenty. Nothing but plenty, right? We've got Gemini, where the sun is at now, and it is in its glory. It's in its glory. And by the 20th, I believe, or 21st of this month, then we go into Cancer, and that's emotions, okay? But strong and intense and knowing what we want. Those are the times when the earth signs and the fire signs are going to come up, boom. Now's the time for air signs and water signs. Okay, and then after Cancer, next month, we go into Leo, and that is again fire, big fire, and finding out who you are, standing in yourself, Spirit says, standing in your power, understanding who you are. All right, because dreams are going to be very lucid right now. They're going to be very lucid, and that is all about releasing that from our unconscious and letting it go. I've done a lot of dream interpretations in the last 2 weeks, right? And almost every one of them is fear. I looked over and blah, blah, blah. I was in my car, I was in my house or whatever, blah, blah, yeah. Because what's happening is we're releasing all that fear from this lifetime and past lives. Whatever's left from past lives, which can't be much. I mean, we pretty much dumped it in 2023. Yeah. So it's rebirth, Spirit says. It's rebirth. And it doesn't have to be huge because you've worked on it for the past 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, whenever you started your process, right? So this is what is is we forget is the fact that we are growing all along, right? Basically working with what we have. So when something cool happens, we're at that level almost anyway. So it's not a, wow, you're not going to believe this. It could be, but most of the time it's not. It's something cool that happens to us, right? That our guides start talking to us, or we see pictures in our mind, or in our third eye, right? Or we're really getting into the energy, and our crown chakra lights up when we talk to people, or the back of your head, or your left side, your right side, whatever starts to tingle, right? That is basically confirmation on exactly what you're speaking about. That comes from them. Comes from them. See? And that is what you have to recognize, because it kind of becomes normal. For me, it becomes normal. Unless I'm doing a reading, a session, my crown chakra will light up just out of the blue. And because I'm channeling, I have to go back and remember what I said to them so that I can reconfirm what I'm feeling, right? But this month, like last week I talked about, get into the water, put your feet and your butt on the freaking ground, go to the park, sit. In the shade, in the sun. Gotta have sun, because sun rejuvenates you, right? And us in the Northern Hemisphere, baby, get as much sun as you can, or just get outside in the warm weather, right? Get some sun though. You've got to get that vitamin D and that energy from the sun, which again, our atmosphere is thinner, and so we're allowed to have more energy to activate the DNA and things inside of us. Yeah. Because the future is coming and we're going to be ready. I can guarantee you're going to be ready. Surprisingly enough, there are some people who don't believe that, but they also don't understand how much they've grown. Well, can you do blah, 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 blah? Well, yeah. Well, can you do this? Yeah. Okay, did you learn how to do this? Well, yeah. You're not a muggle. Plain and simple. You're not a muggle. You've never been a muggle. You just didn't know you weren't a muggle. Yeah. There's a lot of half-bloods walking around the planet right now, on the way to being a wizard, and that's what the plan is. That's what we're here for. That's why we picked this time to return, to be in the glorious transformation back into fifth dimension. That's where we came from over 12,500 years ago. They decided to strip the planet clean and drop some people in Africa, China, let's say, and here we are. But the awesome thing is, this is already shifted. We're no longer in third dimension, okay? And that is human energy that is now all of a sudden shifted, and people don't know what's going on because they can't think, they can't sleep right, they're kind of exhausted sometimes, they need to just sit, right? They're recalling things from their childhood, from their teenage years, or places that they don't even know about. That's because it's already halfway done. Fourth dimension is here. The new earth is here. And most of us are living in it at some point in time in our day. Okay? And because we're living in it some part of our day, we don't recognize the shift. We don't. Okay? Because it becomes normal for us. And so our ego's quiet. Our energy's balanced. And then we'll talk about some different things, and people will be like, well, Bill, well, that just happened to me, blah, 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 blah. Like 2 weeks ago, last month, in February, whenever. Because we're changing without big, huge da-da's. Yeah. Because we're used to the energy. We're used to going in and out, in and out, in and out. But very, very soon, we will stay in. Okay? There's a lot of things going on the planet. I watched the D-Day celebration this morning, and it was very, very emotional for me. I saw in my house and also on TV a lot of souls that died that day from America. And it was extremely emotional because I could feel their WTF, right? Because they knew that I don't know exactly the total. 80% were going to die, I think it was, or 75% was going to die that day because you're picked off by the people on the hill. But the other, again, that was the demise of the Nazis and the World War II. So, yeah, it was very, and it's never been emotional before. I mean, not at all. And I usually very seldom don't watch it. But like the 75th 5 years ago. But for some reason today I did. I know why, right? Because of my connection. I could feel the sorrow and the blessing of all of those men who were still alive and there. Again, a miracle. Most of them won't be at the 85th in 5 years because they will have passed away. And so today was pretty interesting. Very emotional. I never expected that. But then got busy and worked and things like that. But still, everyone's emotions are not raw at all. From what Spirit tells me, they're actually feeling them maybe for the first time. Real emotion. All right? And that's going to continue as we go through cancer season because cancer is emotion. You know? And we're supposed to. We're supposed to feel those because it's about flow. I talk about this almost every week. Flow. You got to flow, right? Surrender and flow. No expectations. No expectations at all. Because if you have expectations, you're going to live in expectation and you're not going to be happy with the result because you don't get what you want. You think you're moving in that direction and you're all invested in that. Well, okay, but what if? And in this instance, I will say, but what if, right? Because if you assume you've ascended to a certain position and you haven't, they will check you. Not anything catastrophic at all. No one's going to get hurt, anything like that. But they will check you. And they've checked me before, right? There's still a few lessons some people have to learn, Spirit says. And it's true. It's true. The collective, there is not a lot of lessons left. But for some people, again, we get 8 billion on the planet. So they can say these people, right? These, right? It could be 2 million people out of 8 billion. It's a small percentage. But understanding that the habits you have in the daytime, at night, whatever, whenever, I know. He says 24 hours. He showed me 12 first. Now it's 24 hours. Matter. I can't seem to get my Shonan exercises done in the morning anymore. I don't know why I can't. It just, all of a sudden it's 10:30. I'm like, oh my God, because I posted on Facebook, posted on Instagram, doing things on YouTube, whatever, right? Getting that stuff out of the way. Daisy gets me up at 6 o'clock, 6:30, right? So my day starts then. I'm going to bed really early now. And I'm not used to going to bed early because I'm tired in the morning. 6 o'clock is early, but she's up and bouncing around, and as soon as she sees me move, she jumps on the bed, and gives me kisses to wake up, not on my face, on my arm, because I won't let her kiss my face. I don't like licks. I don't. It's a little bit annoying, but I know she has to lick me because I'm the alpha, and I get that. It just can't be on my face. Once in a while she gets me, but usually she doesn't because I wake up quick enough. But again, what does your day consist of, right? What does your day consist of? Because time is fluid. Time is so fast, and it's going to continue to be fast. It's going to continue to be fast, and until we get to 25, 26 and beyond, right? Because we're linear in time, and they're not. So for us, for me, I can tell you just for myself, I have no sense of time at all. Not at all. Daisy eats 5 times a day because she's on rice and chicken because her tummy's all messed up. We got to have surgery, and probably sometime in maybe end of this month, because she eats everything, and she eats all kinds of stuff that don't digest. And I know we're gonna have to have surgery for her. That's not gonna be a good thing. But it is what it is. It's, again, soul journey, right? So my day's planned. Boom, 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 boom. And I try to stick with that because if I don't get things done. I don't get things done, and it's gonna get even more in the summertime because it always is, right? Energy is so much more hyped. It's so much higher in the summertime for us because we get 3 months, maybe 3.5 months worth of good weather out of 12. Hopefully that'll change for me. Yeah. So it's super, super important, everybody, that you make sure as much as you can, right? I mean, there's circumstances you can't control, and don't try to control them, okay? That I know. You need to be aware of your day, Spirit says. You need to be aware of your day, all right? And that is because you're going to have so much to fit in your day, and you have to pick and choose what you fit in a Monday, a Tuesday, Wednesday, whenever, right? That you may not be able to do the same things every day except for what you need to do, job, kids, right? Husband, wife, whatever, right? Lawn, right? Swimming pool, all the stuff you have to do in a day, right? So, and don't feel bad when it doesn't get done. Don't feel that when it doesn't get done. You can do it the next day, okay? And stop trying to control it. Stop trying to control it, because all that does is engage with your ego, and your ego loves that stuff. Loves that stuff. I mean, loves it. Because it can control you by making you upset, by making you angry, frustrated, whatever. I've let most of that go, because all of a sudden I look at the clock and it's 7:30 at night. Haven't even eaten dinner yet, because I'm just in this space of afloat, which is 5D. 5D. Now, new moon's tonight. From now until the 8/8 portal, August the 8th. Huge day. Huge day for most people. Set your intentions. Set 3 intentions. Okay? I don't care what it is. Just set them. Something that you want. Something that you love. Something that you need. Okay? That's all you have to worry about. And then, being conscious. Asking what you want. right? I want $1 million. That's not an intention. Can be if you want. I need to have $1 million by the 8th of August or more. I need $1 million or more by the 8th of August. But what ego will do is, oh my God, what if I don't get it? Oh my God, I shouldn't have done that. Can I take it back? No, don't do that, because it's going to spiral. It's going to spiral, okay? That's what you need to do. I want a new car. I want a new house. I want a new dog, right? I want a new boat. Whatever. Ask for what you want out loud at least once a day. And then, again, and use an affirmation. Mine is, I'm a magnet for financial abundance and miracles. I'm a magnet for financial abundance and miracles. Covers everything. I got it offline one day or whatever. I don't know where the hell I got it from, but it works for me because I stutter. And it's good and it flows. I say that when I'm in bed, in the morning, I say it 10 times. At night, 10 times before I go to sleep, and all throughout the day. All throughout the day. And what that does in this energy, it reinforces and forces out the fear. Forces out the fear. And that's what it's supposed to do. Yeah. See? Because your energy shifts when you say it. It truly does. I mean, I think I had a bad day. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, where I didn't believe anything. My ego was boom, 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 right? And because I had to pay my rent. That was yesterday. Had to pay my rent, which is a lot of money. And also, I got my notice this week about how much they raised my rent for next year. Well, I have to move. Plain and simple. September the 1st, I got to move. $1,700 for my apartment that hasn't been touched in 15 years. Same carpet, same colors, hasn't been painted, hasn't been touched in 15 years, right? You want me to pay $1,700 a month when if I moved out, moved into another one, that $700, it would be brand new? No, I'm gone. So my affirmation for them is like, okay, September 1st, I said this in 2018. So Spirit, where am I going to move? Where am I going to move to? My lease is up September the 1st. I'll leave that with you. Because no response came back. I didn't expect a response. I think I know what the response is, but I'm okay. I'm cool. I'm very, 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 very good. Whatever happens, it's already done. Right? It's already in my bank account. I'm already living in this apartment. Whatever it is, a house, whatever it might be, I'm already there. I'm already there in 6 dimensions. Yeah. And because the energy is still pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, so Spirit said, no, Bill, you're pretty good. Okay, so there's a person right here behind the tree on the steps that keeps showing his face. I don't know who it is, but I keep seeing somebody right there. Interesting. We'll see if they'll tell me who it is later. Yeah, so do that and believe you're going to get it. Believe you're going to get it, all right? We're still going to have some good energy in September, Spirit says, but that's when the melee happens. And I'm going to talk about this, guys, okay? It's going to be a political. So if you don't want to listen to the political stuff, come back in a minute, okay? But a lot of people have been contacting me about who's going to win for the presidency. And I will tell you it's going to be Joe Biden, okay? And a lot of people say, oh, Bill, I think the other guy's going to win. Okay, that's okay. You can believe that, but it's not going to happen. I mean, I was told from these guys that this in 2020, he's never going to be anywhere, except for maybe in prison. 2025, probably not this year, but they believe that he's going to skirt it, okay, because of the election, okay. I wasn't happy with that, but I'm okay. Okay, good. Again, it's already done, right? It's already done, right? So everything in 2025 will be transitional. Everything, all right? Same president, same VP. The House and Senate will be Democratic. solidly Democratic. MAGA will start to shrivel up and die, although they'll try to stay relevant, and they will do things that we never thought people would do that are Americans. Okay, and I've talked about this before, and Spirit says it's the same exact thing. There's a lot of crazy freaking people, who believe a lot of junk and a lot of stuff that you wouldn't think anybody would believe, right? But then January 6th happened, all right? And that was meant to happen. It was meant for nobody to get hurt. It was meant to terrorize, all right? And that was just a dog whistle. There's a lot of people, especially in Michigan. There's a lot of militias up north of Mount Pleasant, big time. Always has been, even when I was a kid, okay? And that's cool, as long as they don't interfere with what the government, which we need. We need to have a government, everybody, okay? If we don't, we will have 335 million people in chaos, and that's never going to work, all right? So those people that think that it is going to be okay, it's not. We're going to go through a little tussle in the fall, okay? Don't be afraid. We're all protected by Spirit. We're all protected by white flight. But you're going to hear and see a lot of crazy stuff, all right? And you can make up your mind on who you want to vote for. It doesn't matter, right? Again, vote. Please vote. Please vote, please vote, please vote. And if you don't live in Michigan and you have an abortion situation, vote for the people who want a woman's right to choose. Because dudes shouldn't be telling women what to do with their freaking bodies. I've been like that since I was, 15, 16 years old. I think it was maybe right after Roe v. Wade in 72 from the Supreme Court. When people were saying, no, get out of here. No, I can't tell a woman what she can do with her body. Because she can't tell me as a gay male what I can do with mine. No one can. I do what I want to do. I'm 64 years old. I've been like that my entire lifetime, which is crazy. I've been this age my entire lifetime. Where always strong, always in charge, always like, you guys tell me what to do. Again, we have to participate in this democracy. Because it's not going to go anywhere. But we'll have less bullshit. We'll have less stuff. Because it's a solid win. It's a solid win. Okay? And it's going to be a solid win because the United States is going to be the chief pusher, let's say, I guess, of fifth dimension. Which is when everything is balanced, everything is clean, everything is absolutely not carefree because we have to have some cares in the world, right? But it's going to be something that we're used to because we came from 5D 12,500 years ago or more when they swept everybody off the planet and decided when we were going to come back. Okay? So 5D is all about love, love, and love. It's about everybody getting the same. There's no more top down. It's bottom up. Okay? So, and people have said to me, Bill, I don't think that's ever going to happen. Well, we've never been in 5D before, have we, in our lifetime? So how do we know? You're using your third dimensional mind working on a fifth dimensional situation. You can't comprehend. Between now and the end of the year, we're going to see things, amazing things, but also some crazy things. Truly. We all know, I believe, that miracles happen. We all know that they have to hold things back until the keystone gets hit, right, of the country. Okay? Pluto, the planet of destruction and rebuilding, is at the same point it was July the 4th, 1776. When we when we decided we wanted independence. Same thing happening now. Okay? And education is going to change. Medical's going to change. Corporate's going to change. It's all going to change. It's all going to change. For the better. Okay? Corporations and rich folks are going to be taxed like they're supposed to be taxed. Why? Because it's a bottom-up lifestyle. There is going to be any homelessness. There's not going to be anybody hungry in America, the richest country on the planet. No one should ever go hungry in America. I don't care what anybody says. I'm a big old liberal, and I know that. But you know what? Common sense tells me that people in the richest country on the planet should not go hungry. I don't care what color they are. I don't care, man, woman, child. It doesn't matter. But no one should go hungry. And that's going to happen. Now, people have said to me about prices and things like that. They're starting to come down. Why? Supply and demand. Just like gas, right? We're the largest oil producer in the world at the moment, right? Joe Biden just released a million gallons into the market. Okay? The price crashed. The price crashed. It crashed from $100 a barrel to 73 in a day. It's going to go lower. Why? Because we, as a country, are doing exactly what we're supposed to do. Keystones. Yeah. And it's all divinely guided. It's all divinely guided. So when that stuff happens, there's going to be bumps in the road. There always is. There always is. Okay? Keep that in mind. Keystones. Country is going to come out of it like it always has. Right? And maybe a few less people, as we know. Right? Because 3 years are going to start to dwindle away. Little by little for a while, and then they're going to be like, boom, it's gone. That's half a decade away or so. But yeah. So don't be freaked out. Please don't be freaked out. This summer, enjoy it. Enjoy the weather. Enjoy the energy. Do things you've never done before. Stand in your joy, Spirit says. Stand in your joy. Stand in who you are, and be proud of who you are. And don't think I've got so much more to do. No. Ego. What do you got to do? Well, I want to hear. You want because that's ego. Bill, I want to see. I want to do this. I want to do that. Okay, well, that's good. But you don't know your soul journey. Maybe you're doing something far higher than that in energy. But our ego makes us think and ego does that. Ego totally does that. So don't have any expectations. Take it as it comes, right? When something comes to you, you do it. I've talked about this before. Spirit is a firm believer in this because he does it to me all the time, right? Got a question, blah, 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 blah. And then all of a sudden the next day, it's the first thing on my YouTube feed. Boom. Don't have expectations. Just have fun. Live day by day, right? Make enough money to pay your bills. Have some fun with it, right? That's what it's about. Because as we move forward, it's going to get easier and easier. And I will guarantee you that at the beginning of that process, which is already in motion, right? There's going to be a lot of people that I know, a lot of people that you know, that will not change for anything, and they're worried about stuff that doesn't matter. Swear to God. Swear to God. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. You're not going to die. You're not going to die. You're not going to die. And you're not going to die. So you're good. Good. But ego will grab hold of that and absolutely torment you with it. How come they're having fun and I'm not? Then stop not having fun. That would be me. As Spirit said to me last week, and again all this week, is you're on an island with your dog, Bill, you'll make new friends. On an island with your dog, Bill, you'll make new friends. Okay? Cool. Now, I can read into that, right? Okay. All my diversions are done. They're all put away. There's nothing in my way stopping me from doing everything that they want me to do in the next 3 months. Did everything that would happen? Never in a million years did I think my life would be this now with a 10-month-old puppy and me. No. Again, I started this way, right? Single. Moving around with my jobs, things like that. Being a Capricorn, a true Capricorn, right? With that FU attitude. Had a couple of friends, I was good with that, blah, 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 blah. I know a lot of people, blah, 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 whatever, right? But I never took stock in anything. I've lived here, be 15 years in September, and I've never lived any place 15 years of my life except for growing up in Jackson. So it's time to go. And they know that. But I never thought I'd be this guy who was free of all of it. Of all of it. And that is something that I have to that I'm still wrapping my head around. Is that I'll be happy when it happens. I don't know how it's going to happen. And that's for all of us. When good things happen, recognize it and stand in it. Don't let ego ruin it for you. Don't let the cast of characters in your life ruin it for you. Yeah, but what if? Yeah, but what if? Yeah. It doesn't work. Those people need to be pushed to the side. If they're not allowing you to be joyful. If they're not allowing you to be who you're supposed to be. As you go through this energy, not even codependence, an energy blossoming, let's say, Spirit says. Because it's all happening so fast. Every single day we grow. And we're still going to have the third dimensional stuff that gets in our craw, right? Can you control it? No. Then don't worry about it. You'll catch up in a couple weeks. Again, nothing like that matters. It doesn't. Right? That's what it's all about. That's what I know. They have to have fun. They have to have fun. They have to have fun. Because a lot of us haven't had fun in our entire lifetime unless we were kids. I had a lot of fun as a kid. A lot of fun in high school. Right? A lot of fun in the 80s, in the 90s, in the 2000s, in the 2010s. Now that it's 2024. Yeah. I was thinking yesterday with Spirit, as I was having a conversation with them, I said, I'm very blessed. I'm very, very blessed. I've had a fantastic life. Now, my family would disagree with that because I didn't have a partner. They don't have anybody to love you. Oh, whatever. God dang, go away. Capricorns don't need anybody. But when it happens to come into our lives, we're truly, truly the best human being to be around because we'll take care of everything. Best. But again, soul journey, right? Keystones. When you hit the keystone, okay. But I don't worry about it. I don't look for it at all. Yeah. You know, we don't need to have people to depend on. But if they come into our life, it's wonderful because we're all needing love, attention, hugs, kisses. Yeah. See? Having somebody to hang out with, right? But that doesn't mean now that I'm not codependent anymore on my friends or a partner. That was a journey. I'm good. I'm good. And my heart is good. And that's the key, guys. If your heart is good, if it is absolutely balanced, right? If it is, I know, Spirit says pure of heart, meaning that you can feel it and you can let it go. Feel it and let it go. That you're pretty clear inside of your stuff from your childhood, from the rest of your life and past lifetimes, which most of us are, right? As long as you recognize what it is and take care of it. Yeah. See? But all of us, if you need to have somebody, your parents taught you to be codependent. We got to let that go. If you need to have, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Because as soon as you let it go, Spirit's going to bring it into your life in the next couple weeks, couple months, whatever. Yeah. It has to be pure, Spirit says. It has to be pure. We're not pure at all. Not supposed to be pure. That's bullshit, right? Doesn't work. No. You just got to live your life in love and not be a jerk. Not be a Karen or a Ken or whoever those people are that go off on people, which just blow. That's why I can't go back to retail. Because if I went back to retail, I'd be fired in a week. Like that. Because I would set them people straight so fast. So fast. The freaking phone lines in the home office or wherever would be blowing up with wherever I was working. Because it isn't right. That's why I can't. And I don't even want to do that, right? So, as we start June, new moon's tonight, right? Set your intention today. Okay? Tell them what you want. New moons are new beginnings, right? And I don't know how many days, 21 days or whatever it is, we have a full moon in Capricorn. which means you get everything that you want. The last one was in Sagittarius. The next one is in Capricorn. And so that is, Capricorn always delivers. We always deliver. So ask what you want today. New moon's tonight. Be nice and dark outside, right? In Michigan, it's be like 9:45, which is kind of cool. Yeah. And then watch the development of what you asked for. And be honest. Be honest with what you ask for. I want $1 million. Ask for $1 million. Who cares? That's honest. Doesn't matter what you want to use it for. As long as you buy your stuff first. Take care of you first. Be selfish. You got to be selfish. Now's the time to be selfish. You're selfish, then you get your children and your partner. Okay? I don't care if you're a man or woman. If you're a man, it's be selfish. Kids, wife. Because she's doing the same thing, and if she's not, she's not paying attention. Because can you imagine 2 abundant people in the same house? It's coming in 2025. So ask, and ask. But be realistic. Be realistic. You could buy a freaking lottery ticket for $2, and guess what? You're a millionaire. Scratch off. Just win $100,000 or $300,000, right? Who knows? You don't know. We don't know. This is the blessing and the curse. We don't know what our soul journey says, but we have to believe. Have to believe in the journey. You have to reinforce that I believe in the journey, which is very hard sometimes when stuff sucks. But so far, since the Mercury retrograde that ended in April, life is pretty good. Life is pretty good. Okay? And recognize that, Spirit says. Recognize that life right now is pretty good. Even if the bills are due, even if you need something fixed, guess what? It'll get done. It'll get done. It'll get done. Again, they come all the time and bless us. It's the way it is. It's the way it is. And if you look back at your life, you can see when they blessed you. I can see it. January 20th, 2024, when I became single. Didn't think so in the month of February, because it was a transformation and a half after 7 years. I had to live like I lived before May 13th, 2016. I'm here, and I'm good. Got my dog, wherever she is. She's asleep somewhere. Yeah. And that's the difference too, right? She's all good. She's not running around being crazy. She's over on the kitchen floor sleeping. She loves to sleep when Daddy's talking. That's what she does. It's routine. So if the dog is good, we're good, right? Plain and simple. Plain and simple. So ask what you want. Talk out loud. If you're TO'd at the world, then let that stuff out. Talk. Spirit, blah, 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 blah. Let it out. Go into the forest. Hug a tree. Put your butt on the freaking ground in some grass and take your shoes off, right? And sit there. And just sit in the sun, in the shade, whatever. Absorb that energy from outside. The sun changes everything. Everything. For the better. It truly does. That's how we got to be us. Got to be us. Okay? So, I think that's it. See if there's anything else. Spirit just said, sorry if I was preaching. It's okay. We're used to it. Yeah. Readings go on sale this week. Again. And maybe this weekend. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm kind of I don't know what I'm going to do. Because things are pretty good. But element packages. Soon to be Coaching for the Soul. Memberships. Pay for 12 months, get your 13th month free, billhobart.com, and also elementsessions.com. If you want coaching, you get a certain amount of time with me every single month. and from 15 minutes to an hour and a half every single month. Okay, and it's all right there. And let me think what else. Readings and that, and yeah, I think I'm good. I think we're good. So if you guys would please, at 4 o'clock, would you please run over to YouTube and like my video, okay? And leave an emoji or something, or say good job, Bill, or whatever. Spirit's cool, hey Daisy, whatever. Because I need the algorithms to get going. Things are shifting really fast for me, and I don't know what's up and who's who. So if you would do that for me, I'd appreciate it. YouTube at Bill Hobart at YouTube. All right, and I guess I'll see you next Thursday. Coach for the Soul, Thursdays at 3. See you guys.